Cast starting off the Rock Report this week. I'm Ryan Monson. With me as always, Jordan Miller. This week we're going to start out with rugby. So Evan Sider is going to tell us a little bit about that. Let's see what Evan has to say.
Thanks, Ryan. Rugby started off their season opener. They lost 26-25 to Avon. Darian Sturtevant and Quentin James had great games for the Rocks, along with Chris Duffy. JV won 10-0 over Avon. Joey Freeze and Sam Greyhouse had great games for the Rocks. Next Saturday, we play at Lawrence. Be there.
All right, thanks, Evan. Get used to him, folks. He's probably going to be the future of our Rock Report. All right, in men's track. Men's, we had a senior, Sam Sobczak. We had an interview, sat down with our own Ryan Monson. Let's check it out.
All right, so I'm here with Sam Sobczak from the men's track team. And Sam, this is kind of our version of the hot seat. So, Sam, you are in men's indoor track, so what were some of the goals to start out the season?
Well, we wanted to get a lot of people qualified for the indoor state meet, which we did, and that was pretty much our main goal.
Okay, for individually, how do you think you performed?
Pretty well, I think. I PR'd in all the events I was in, so yeah.
You can't be more satisfied with that.
Yeah.
So who are some other players that performed well over the season for indoor?
Well, obviously, like Kyle Duvall went to New York for nationals, and then we had all the people that qualified for HSR. We had a 4x4, 4x8, 4x2, 3 2-milers, a jumper. I don't know if we had any throwers.
All right. So obviously you talked about the state meet. It kind of sounds like you did. So are you proud somewhat of your performance?
Yeah, we qualified, so we were in it.
All right. For now we have outdoor coming up. So what are your goals for this as an individual and then as maybe a team?
Yeah, that starts this Thursday at Brownsburg. For the team, I think we just want to do well at county and conference, and then try to advance as many to state as we can.
All right. Well, Sam, you are officially off the hot seat. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, another good addition to our hot seat. Up in women's track, we had an amazing performance in our 4x800 team, led by Shannon Webb, Lauren Schweitzer, Shelby Wisson, and Brianna Leonard. Quality performance. They finished third. In high jump, we had Therese Wade. She finished 8th overall. Pretty nice.
Amazing.
Team overall finished 13 this year, so great job, ladies. Keep it up.
All right. Well, now we're on to Peyton Manning. You guys have followed Peyton Manning all 14 years he's been for the Colts, however long he's been there. He finally made his decision, and the winner is the Denver Broncos. I've seen tweets about people saying, who do we root for when the Colts play the Broncos? You still got to root for the Colts, guys.
If you're a Colts fan.
So Peyton decided over Denver because he felt like if he went to Tennessee, he said he'd feel like the Pope. He said San Francisco's not really what I want. He feels like Denver gives him the most long-term plan. Right. So I think, in my opinion, I don't think it'll work out because they traded Tebow to the Jets today.
Right.
So if Peyton Manning goes down, there's a clause that'll keep him, they'll save the Broncos, but ultimately they're pretty much screwed if they lose Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
So now we're on to March Madness. Another big topic in Indiana. IU is still in it.
IU
going to play Kentucky. So IU's in the South Division, the number 4 seed. They played number 13 New Mexico State and handled them amazingly, beating the Aggies 79-66.
Right.
Solid win. IU went on to play the Rams from VCU. Shaka Smart. VCU looked like they were going to take it a lot of the game.
Right.
It came down to Sheehy. This dude's from my hometown in Stewart, Florida, so it was great to see him play well. Christian Watford had 16 points. The Hoosiers won 63-61 in a very close game.
Great game, definitely.
All right, well, we're going to have Purdue. Unfortunately lost. Robbie Hummel's last game as a Purdue Boilermaker. The number 10 seed took on St. Mary's, the number 7 seed, and upset them, defeating the Gales 72-69. So a good win for the Boilermakers on that round. Tyrone Johnson, but they lost. Tyrone Johnson had 21 points, the top scorer for Purdue, and ultimately helped them survive the 13-point lead with 4 minutes left. They went on to face number 2 Kansas and lost. I'm sorry, guys. It was a close one, though.
Purdue led basically 38 of the 40 minutes of the game. They just couldn't close it out in the clutch. So props to Purdue. You know, Robbie Hummel, he's a great player. He's going to definitely go down as one of Purdue's best in history, but it's unfortunate.
All right, so what do we got for Notre Dame? How'd they do?
All right, Notre Dame. They were a 6 seed, took on number 10 Xavier. They actually got upset in this game, folks. 67-63. Game was marred by bad, terrible calls by the ref. You know, maybe they could have won if some calls went their way. You know, never really know. It determines the output. Two Holiday of Xavier. He played extremely well. He had 25 points. Notre Dame's, their Jack Cooley did his best to keep the Irish in it. He had 18 points. Unfortunately, they did lose, so season is over for the Irish. Couple seniors leaving, sad note, but they'll be back next year. Hopefully, they'll be able to make it back.
Yeah.
All right, Ryan. Our sports question of the week last week was pick your own NCAA champion. Obviously, with two number 2 seeds going down, a lot of big upsets. Probably not going to be who you picked. Carson Lortz, you have Purdue winning it.
Nope.
Sorry, buddy, they're out. That's unfortunate. Evan Sidery, our own Evan, he's got Marquette, arguing they're one of the most athletic teams left, probably as a 3 seed going in strong. They'll have to beat Michigan State, so we'll see what they can do there. Then Jack Hyatt, he has Gonzaga, but they lost as well, so sorry.
I had Creighton going to the Final Four. They lost.
Really?
And I had Murray State, and they lost.
I did pick Murray State, they lost. Missouri, 2 seed, got upset by Norfolk State.
Yeah.
Unreal.
For my upset pick, I have Florida, my own Gators. I love Florida Gators. They have Beal has played amazing this year, so Florida is my pick.
Which is definitely good because they had some talent seniors left last year, so
Oh, yeah.
it's glad to see they're back.
All right, well, this week our question is about NFL free agency. A ton of moods. Tebow to the Jets, Peyton Manning to the Broncos,
Right.
Mario Manningham to the 49ers, Randy Moss to the 49ers, yada, yada, yada. Tweet us in what you think is one of the biggest moves so far and what you'd want to see coming up and maybe how that has an impact this coming season. So WHS_RockTV. We'll get you on the show, get your name out in lights. For Evan Sidery, Jordan Miller, and Ryan Monson, this is The Rock Report. Thank you for watching.